Major League Volleyball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Chase Sapphire. A very balmy, comfortable evening in America's finest city, better known as San Diego, where the 2026 season in Major League Volleyball is still in the early stages. But we've got two teams tonight that really need a win if they want to stay in touch with the league leaders. San Diego with one win and the Columbus Fury with just two. So a very, very important contest. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Paul Sunderland, joined once again by my very esteemed partner, Hall of Famer Holly McPeak. And I mentioned the records, or lack thereof, with respect to both Columbus and San Diego. Not hyperbole. These two teams have played some of the league's best right to the wire.
Columbus and San Diego have played the best, really tight, but fallen short at the end. This is a crucial match for both, just trying to find ways to score more points.
Yeah, and one of the biggest arms in the league, whether she's on the right or on the left, is reigning terror on all these teams. That's Raina Terry for Columbus. Really improved player.
Raina Terry has been so good. She came back after a rookie year, a more mature mindset. She coached in the offseason and has more offensive tools. She carries a big load for this Columbus Fury team, but watch for her to get challenged in serve receive. San Diego wants to load her up with responsibility. Can she pass and still score?
And speaking of improved, Grace Loberg really has done the work in the offseason, and it's paying big dividends so far for the Mojo.
San Diego's Grace Loberg has had a fantastic start to this season. At times, she has led the Mojo in kills and digs in the same match. Watch for her to take some really big swings when San Diego needs them the most, and she's been that good go-to scorer for them.
Let's take a look at our Ren Athletics starting lineup. First for the Mojo. Loberg, we talk about Marin Grove. Morgan Lewis will get the start at the Oppo. Maya Tabron, Kayla Caffey leading the league so far in hitting efficiency will also be there as well.
Correction on the right side for San Diego. Brakacevic will be playing for San Diego on that right side.
Jovana Brakacevic, and then we'll get to the Columbus starting lineups as the match gets underway. There's Raina Terry, Pittman Nelson, and Williams on the outside, and Ashley Evans played last year in Italy, and she will be back in the starting lineup for Columbus. Best 3 out of 5 sets. San Diego, as you mentioned, Jovana Brakacevic, 6'5", opposite out of Serbia, will get into the starting lineup and gets the first touch. As does Raina Terry. Terry playing defense and transitioning on the pipe. Raina Terry wearing number 16 in red out of Illinois.
Head coach Angel Perez of the Columbus Fury has so much confidence in Raina Terry. Likes to use her on the left or the right, wherever they need to score the most points.
27 of 61 recently. Nice block out of the middle. Reagan Pittman Nelson, recently married in Minneapolis this last summer. 6'4", first year in Columbus, previous to that in Atlanta and in San Diego.
Reagan Pittman Nelson is having herself a season. Fantastic read and one-on-one stop in the middle for Columbus.
Perfect pass to Lowe. Oh, look at Raina Terry sprawling out. She has come to play. Loberg chopping down the line and missed it, number 9 in white.
Columbus looking to put service pressure on San Diego and then get them out of system, take advantage of those scoring opportunities like they just did.
Marley Monserrat will be at the setting position. The veteran in Major League Volleyball, played for Atlanta, and that ball missed just out of bounds. Good start for Columbus. At 2-5, they have lost 3 5-set matches. But you are your record, and both of these teams really need a win. Hayden Kubik getting the start up front, wearing number 33 in white. Megan Courtney Lush missed that out of bounds.
Columbus Fury have so much confidence in Megan Lush. Her first contact is so good. They want to use her for that, to facilitate the strong, quick offense.
Off speed, right into the campfire. Very, very good shot choice that time by the veteran Megan Lush, 6'1", now in her 10th year as a pro, an all-star last year, her 3rd year in Columbus. Not much on that serve and easily handled by the Libero Venegas. Terry once again pounding out of the back row looking for hands and just missed it wide.
I like that dig by Ashley Evans, a setter for Columbus, going all the way across the court to pick up that dig from the right side attacker.
Working on Lush down the line. There is the slide. Abby Walker, who's very quick off the floor. That was a rip by Kubik. Kubik taken out of the play. Monserrat choosing to go middle. Williams with a dig out of the backcourt and right on the sideline. Notice that there are no lines, people. It's all done by the Major League Volleyball replay system, and that ball was not only on the line, but well inside the sideline. A very nice choice that time by Raina Terry. Both teams good in reception here, and there is veteran Erin Grote wearing number 12, 6'4" in her third year after 2 years in Grand Rapids, her first year in San Diego.
Erin Grote is one of those fantastic all-around volleyball players, high volleyball IQ. She serves well, blocks well, experience on her side.
Tough serve, handled well by Lush, and tipped nicely. That is Abby Walker wearing number 24. Walker, 6'1" middle blocker, her second year in Columbus.
Angel Perez says Abby Walker is the quickest middle in our league, and she's been so impressive since her rookie season.
7 of 13 with just one error against Orlando. Lukacevic with a good first touch. What a good roll shot. Nicely done by Kubik.
Hayden Kubik, 33 and white for San Diego. It's all about the hand contact. She's got a heavy arm, so defense on their heels, and then perfect topspin dropper in front of the defense.
Kashana Williams up front with Walker. There's Ashley Evans and Raina Terry. I want to ask you about Raina Terry now hitting over on the left side. She's played both the left and playing in the opposite position. That was a brilliant set by Evans over the top to Williams.
Ashley Evans has so much experience. She was in the USA gym for a long time, played overseas, but look at the delivery here. Wide and high enough, good tempo to Kashana Williams.
Venegas, good first contact. Both teams, the scouting report has really been studied. A little unlucky that time by Williams. Thought it was going to hit the tape. But I want to talk to you about Raina Terry and her development. It just seems, small sample, but I've been watching a lot of matches and what she's done at the defensive end. But her first contact, how tough is that for her to develop in that particular role coming out of college where she never passed the ball?
Well, we saw her have to pass last season. I think she learned a lot. And then coaching in the offseason, she got to watch and coach players. And I think that really helped her game develop. When you're coaching it, you start to think about it in a different way, a coach's mindset. And now she's got all the tools, and she's always had the arm to score.
That is so interesting that you recalled that, because when we spoke with her head coach, Angel Perez, he mentioned the fact that she was coaching last year and going, oh, wait a minute, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Columbus on top by 2 at the first technical timeout.
Major League Volleyball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, the official ball of MLV.
Back in San Diego once again, just underway. Two teams that are really in need of a victory. The Indy Ignite won earlier this evening, so they improved their record with only one loss so far. Omaha has sorted things out after they lost 3 in a row at home. They've now won 3 in a row. Emily Londot really good on the right side. Reagan Cooper really good on the left. Sarah Parsons there in a backup role. So Omaha has certainly sorted things out. As number 22, Kashana Williams, 6'1" opposite, 6th year as a professional. Her first in Columbus, Italy last year, and before that played professionally in Japan. So playing at the highest levels before coming back home to play. One rule change, and a very important one. It's always been 2 challenges per set internationally and in the MLV, but this year it has been revised to just 1 challenge, so you've got to be very judicious. Jegic with a very nice step in, and Reagan Pittman-Nelson on the backslide, number 21 in red.
Angel Perez in the offseason and prior to the draft, his goal was to build a team that was bigger, stronger at the net, and that starts with Ashley Evans, a tall setter, and Reagan Pittman-Nelson, a big presence in the middle.
Tough serve down the line. Oh, better block working on Loberg. Ashley Evans is, as you pointed out, a stout physical blocker, number 13 in red. For Angel Perez in his 3rd year in Columbus, 2 times a Puerto Rican League champion before coming to Columbus, where he was manager of the year in Puerto Rico. Venegas, very good out of system set, and Grace Loberg, number 9 with the kill, and somebody that we really, really admire and has a bright future, Alicia Glass-Childress, an extensive resume as a player, an Olympian, a 4-time NCAA champion at Penn State, and a first-year head coach, but she doesn't sound like it when you talk to her, does she?
We've talked to her as a player and now a coach, and she has a fantastic volleyball mind.
What a read by Jegic, formerly an all-world player, a world champion wearing the Libero jersey. Alexandra Jegic in the black Libero jersey. Good start for Columbus. Both teams pretty good in reception. Brokacevic did get a piece of the sideline. Jovana Brokacevic, 3-time and Olympian silver medal in Rio, turned pro at 16 all the way back in 2004. Never forget the match between the United States and Serbia at the Rio Olympics. Went 5 sets. Feluca Akinradova couldn't play in that one because of a leg injury. The United States did come back to win bronze. Jegic on target, but a little bit low. Good soft, up into the block to recycle for the veteran Lush. Looking for hands, and a better block for Kochovic along with McKenna Vicini. Vicini, number 14, the Stanford grad, calling her number for the first time.
Brokacevic in there on that right side for San Diego because of just that, the way she can shut down the offense.
This is challenging floor touch.
Columbus is challenging, and again, they only get 1 challenge. You can challenge net touch, touch off the block, center line violation, 3-meter foot fault, service line foot fault, 4 contacts, ball up or down, and that's exactly what we're going for here.
After review, the team is incorrect. No floor touch.
Shara Venegas, 5'7", out of Puerto Rico, a pro since 2008 in Brazil and her native land, and last year's most inspirational player, and a pretty good one defensively when she averaged a league best 4.1 digs per set. Lush again. Kept alive by Monserrat. Williams, big broad jump. That is a high-quality swing by 22 in red.
Kashana Williams flat off the block, but what an athlete she is. You want offense from both sides of the court. Look at Kashana elevate and go high off the hands, clearing the defense.
That ball tucked down inside once again by McKenna Vicini, 6'2" in her third year as a pro. Atlanta last year, and in 2024, the first year of Major League Volleyball in Las Vegas, hitting .356 so far on the season.
Alicia Childress says, look, McKenna Vicini is a workhorse. She's in watching film. She's in getting extra reps. She's one of those players who wants to be great.
Match just kind of started out exactly the way we thought it would, Holly. Lots of intensity. Tough flat serve. Really good serve by Ashley Evans, number 13 for the visitors.
Ashley Evans had so much pace on that serve into a good location, the seam between two passers. And if it gets there fast, that causes a breakdown.
Working on Venegas, a little bit of a yo-yo there. And good response this by the veteran Mary Grote.
Both teams want to work through the middle as often as possible. When they get the opportunity, establish that middle so they can free up some space on the pins.
Here's Brkacevic. Yagic, perfect pass. And there is the quick one. Nothing walking about Walker.
Wow, I love the pace. First of all, you have to have a perfect pass to run that gap set. But Ashley Evans, the tempo, the location, and then the fast arm of Abby Walker for Columbus.
Williams on the off-speed. Venegas is there. Kubik is rejected. Walker again with Williams. Columbus is number 1 in the league in scoring blocks, and you just saw a perfect example. They're on top by 5 opening set. Major League Volleyball coming your way once again on the CBS Sports Network. San Diego and Columbus. Columbus at 2-5. San Diego at 1-6. Talk about the importance of this match. The Indy Ignite with a win earlier at 6-1. Omaha, they've won 3 in a row. They're 6-3. Orlando, interesting story. They lost earlier tonight to Atlanta. That evens their record at 4-4. And Dallas, after losing yesterday, is now 4-3. And here are current standings, as we just mentioned. Are you surprised by Indy and the strong start?
Not really. I thought they'd be really good. They're deep. We've seen them use their depth. I think they're doing a really nice job, and they're undersized, but they're so efficient offensively.
And speaking of that, Abby Walker once again, and beautiful setting out of the middle by the veteran Evans.
Love the middle attack. San Diego needs to get some more kills out of the middle.
It's a 5-0 run now for Columbus. San Diego got to get out of this rotation. Dug by Evans. Just a stab in the night here in San Diego, but they could not follow on.
I like that dig. First of all, San Diego getting Maren Grote going on this slide right through the seam. Ashley Evans pops it up. Somebody needs to get under that ball.
San Diego only hitting 111 right now in terms of efficiency. They have got to improve. Pretty good pass given the quality of that serve. Off speed, Loberg is there to cover, and then Kubik out of the back row.
Grace Loberg, the left front defender, comes all the way to pick up that ball, takes her out of the transition offense, but Hayden Kubik, the rookie, calls for it, wants it out of the back row, able to score.
Loberg averaging 3.3 kills per set, and there is the ace serve dialed up by Kubik.
Love the arm on Hayden Kubik, number 33 in white. Great pace. catches Columbus by surprise deep in the court.
Pretty good volleyball family. Older sister Maddie had a fabulous career for the Cornhuskers in Nebraska. Williams again. Jegic is very good at the libero. Smart shot by Raina Terry. Better location. One set too tight. Very smart to recycle.
Really important skill as a mature second-year player that Raina Terry is. She recycles, gets another opportunity, goes high inside the block for the Columbus point.
Walker, you've already seen her hammer a couple of balls. This one hit 358 so far on the season. That is sixth best right now for Columbus through 7 matches. And they had one postponed when the Midwest was in a deep freeze. We know all about that. We were in Grand Rapids that same week. Nicely done. Really good play out of the middle by the veteran Reagan Pittman-Nelson.
First contact for Columbus has been really good, and Ashley Evans very comfortable getting her middles going.
Terry working on the sideline. That is the first one that we've seen. That ball was out of bounds, but I think what they called was a foot fault on Raina Terry. Here's Monserrat. Alicia Childress. Nice play. Ashley Evans, but back to Marlee Monserrat. Alicia Childress described her always smiling, but it's sincere. One of the most giving, generous players in the sport right now when it comes to relating to her teammates.
Marlee Monserrat is loved by all, and she brings it, the energy, the intensity, the defense, and that's really important. You want a leader who's going to show up every play.
Brkačević chopping that ball across court, number 6 in white. What a fabulous international career she had for Serbia.
Marlee Monserrat has been able to find the window for Brkačević on the right. Good push all the way from the left side of the court in the sharp angle.
Smart shot again. 10-year veteran Lush restarting. Williams ripping out of the back row and thumb down and missed it just out of bounds. Aggressive swing, quality swing, just not enough real estate down the right sideline. And we've got a timeout called by Columbus. And I think a good one. They've led throughout the first set so far, and they want to make sure and protect this 2-point advantage. Well, we got a timeout. Want to remind you, tomorrow morning at 10 Eastern, head across the Atlantic for some world-class pitch play. Don't miss an EFL battle between Coventry City and Oxford United on CBS Sports Network and streaming live on Paramount Plus. Back with Hall of Famer Holly McPeak. I'm Paul Sunderland. Some matches earlier this evening, as we talked about. Omaha beat Dallas. That was last night. 3-0 Grand Rapids. Indy improved to 5-1 with a 3-1 win. And shorthanded, Orlando was without Brittany Abercrombie, Charity Looper, and Kaz Brown, and still took Atlanta to 5 sets before losing. There is Loberg, been fairly well contained so far. Boy, Ashley Evans has been outstanding at the setting position for Columbus.
Ashley Evans' location has been perfect. The tempo, the location that she's getting her hitters to score, and the offense for Columbus Fury has been impressive.
Kamaila Hiapo on the floor now to play some defense for Columbus, trying to close that out. Raina Terry is doing a good job in center field. Monserrat is there. Double contact legal because it was not the final contact. Off the top of the block by Vicini.
San Diego brought Maya Tabron in, number 31 in white, to solidify their serve receive, get a good pass so that they could get that point.
Terry passing, and then to attack. Jegic, Walker on the slide. Unfortunate for San Diego. A perfect dig, but nobody there to pursue.
When your setter digs the ball, somebody has to be ready to step in. Usually it's the libero, but when the libero is off the floor, somebody has to be ready to step in. That's a missed opportunity at a crucial time.
And a perfect observation by you, Holly McPeak. Venegas was off the floor. She would have been all over that play. Rakacevic was retreating to attack. That is a big break for Columbus. Stuff into the cross court. Lush, along with Abby Walker.
Abby Walker, we talked about her speed offensively, but defensively, look at her get out and close, and then the right hand over the net quickly to shut off the angle.
Yeah, not a good swing by Rakacevic. That's way too low to the tape. That's a little bit better.
Marley Monserrat is pushing that ball wide enough for Rakacevic to go down that line. We've seen her establish the sharp angle swing, but that line, tough to stop.
Boy, that ball dropping after the dig by Monserrat, that was a chance to get within one. Ace serve, Rakacevic.
San Diego has struggled to get Columbus out of system, but that ace helps. Now just down by 2.
7th ace so far on the season for the Olympic silver medalist and veteran out of Serbia. Her first season in Major League Volleyball. Good set in transition, off speed and a better block. This is the best blocking team in all of Major League Volleyball. 3 blocks per set, and they are really doing a good job here. They've already got 5. That's the difference in the set.
Definitely, and Angel Perez knew that he wanted to build a roster with size because blocking is a fantastic way to score points. You don't just score points with kills, but your block can create all sorts of opportunities.
Set point number 1. And pretty good risk. And why not? 3 more set points, make it 2 more set points, excuse me, for the visiting Columbus Fury. Interestingly, 0-4 at home, and they've lost 3 5-set matches. Or the level of play this year, Holly, and we've talked about it. These don't look like the 2 teams that are at the bottom of the table with Indy on top.
No, I think the depth and parity across the MLV has been really impressive. Every night we watch a match where teams are battling very high-level volleyball, and coaches can go to their bench and use players who haven't got to play but will step up and play at a really high level.
Here's the setter distribution. This is wonderful to look at. Talk about Ashley Evans and what she's doing offensively. That's pretty good balance.
Really nice balance. 36% out of the middle. That's a good number. Still a little higher on that left pin, but right side at 23. So those are really good numbers for the Columbus Fury.
Abby Walker's been exceptional out of the middle, as has been Pittman Nelson. There is Kubik. Medium pass that time for Terry. And nothing medium about that attack. That was a big-time swing by number 16 in red, Raina Terry. 3rd in the league, averaging 4 kills per set. And very, very solidly done at the defensive end blocking and offensively for Columbus as they take the opening set. 25-22. Major League Volleyball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Chase Sapphire. Opening set, Columbus, very, very good offensively, but even better, Holly McPeak in the blocking phase. They close out San Diego 25-22. Opening set numbers.
Anytime you can outblock your opponent in the first set, 5 blocks to 2, they were putting all sorts of pressure on San Diego with their block and their defense. And I thought Ashley Evans ran a very balanced offense, and she was very effective getting the middles going.
What does San Diego need to do at the offensive end? Because if you look at their passing numbers, they passed statistically better than Columbus, but it looked like Columbus's offense was purring a little bit faster.
Well, I think you need to put more pressure on Columbus by running some combinations, maybe overloading one side of the court, getting your middles going to free up some seams in the block.
And Grace Loberg has been really good all season long, but struggled a little bit in that opening set, actually hit negative. 1 for 11, and you know that her name was right at the top of Angel Perez's scouting report. There is Ashley Evans, longtime veteran, as you pointed out, a lot of time. And then women's head coach Karch Kirai's Olympic team gym. Last year in Italy. Brakacevic. Both liberos are playing at a very high level. You see, with the one challenge, the players right away are saying, don't challenge that. I didn't get a piece of the block.
How about the dig by Jegic of Columbus down that line? That was beautiful.
Fourth in the league and 3.3 digs per set for the Serbian world champion. Good block deflection. Kubik. Brakacevic thought that ball was down, and now it is ruled so. Even Shara Venegas could not get after that one. She averages 3.5 digs per set. Very rarely does an off-speed shot go down. Ball set a little bit tight, and Lush going for hands and said she got it. Will there be a challenge at 3-0? There will indeed. Again, you have to be very judicious with your challenges at this particular point because you only get the one challenge.
Columbus is challenging block touch.
If you are correct, you have an unlimited number. If you are wrong, Angel Perez will have no more challenges in this second set.
I've been really impressed with the platform of Jegic, the libero for Columbus. Even when the ball gets past her, she's able to get her platform on the ball and put up a settable pass.
So waiting to look at the MLV replay system being run out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and it will
indeed. Correct. There was a block touch. Point Columbus.
Boy, that was pretty good by Megan Lush, now in her 10th year as a pro.
A micro touch.
2 times a national champion for legendary head coach Russ Rose at Penn State, as she had played at the highest level all over the world. So she has got an exceptional high flat shot. Oh, nice chase. Raina Terry again at the defensive end. Perfect free ball pass. Brakacevic. Set play brought her inside a little bit to open up the line.
Love the set choice by Marlee Monserrat on the San Diego side. But first, let's talk about the hustle play on the Columbus side of the net. Raina Terry doing everything, keeping it alive. 2 balls go to the middle, McKenna Vicini, and then the digs kept coming back, but Brakacevic set inside, crushes the line.
Terry again. Oh, it's a really high level. If you came in and you didn't see the standings, you're going, what? These are the 2 teams that are at the bottom of the standings? What?
Incredible. I think both these teams have the opportunity and the potential to move up the rankings and beat some of the other teams. They've got the depth, and we're seeing a high level of play on both sides.
But they have got to put together a winning streak of 2, 3, 4 matches in a row, and it starts for both of them this evening. Williams, Venegas again. We'll give you the digging numbers. Loberg again, still a little bit of a slow start. They need her to pick it up. Marley Monserrat. Block touch. Monserrat again. Brakacevic at 6'5". That was not an easy chance. All the way into the deep cross-court corner.
Brakacevic is a veteran, makes good decisions. First, Marley Monserrat, how did she reach that ball? And Brakacevic barely had an approach, but goes deep to that corner flat for the kill.
Walker is stopped. Grace Loberg in the blocking phase.
Grace Loberg, the left front blocker for San Diego, stepped in to help on the block. She and Marin Grote were there, and the double block, you want to set away and isolate your hitter on the left pin on that situation.
Pretty good set in transition. Brakacevic off speed this time. Terry, big rip against Vicini.
Raina Terry continues to impress. Even though there's a defender there, that ball's got so much heat and pace. She beats the defense for Columbus.
4 kills per set, 2.2 digs for Raina Terry. Ripped down the line. Brakacevic off to a really, really good start.
Marley Monserrat has found a rhythm with her right side player, getting her wide enough to move it around the court. This is her best hit. She only has a tiny sliver of line, and she's able to beat the defender in the backcourt.
8 of 15, 1 error, hitting .430 is Brakacevic. Venegas. San Diego streaking, this time behind Kubik on the pipe. Venegas, spectacular dig.
Shara Venegas sets the tone defensively for San Diego.
San Diego already has 27 digs. We'll get you the numbers for Columbus as soon as my computer will scroll. 27 as well.
Wow.
54 digs already between these two teams. It's 7-4 in the second set. Columbus won the opening set 25-22. Grote looking for a touch. Well-run play. Just missed it by a sliver down the line.
Like the first contact by Grace Loberg, Marley Monserrat really pushing the pace to Grote on that slide.
That ball is down, and Walker will continue to serve, and back and forth we go.
Abby Walker serving that ball line to line, and it catches Grace Loberg on the left side where she couldn't get under it and around it to lift it.
Grace Loberg is passing at 62% good or positive so far on the year. That is a really good number. That tight, good battle by Monserrat. Loberg taken out of the play. Grote again on the slide and able to get that ball inside Pittman Nelson. We have come to our first technical timeout, second set here in America's finest city. I'm speaking of San Diego. Second set and a very good response by the Mojo, taking the early lead at the first technical timeout, 8-6. And one of the big reasons, Jovana Brakacevic, who at 16 turned pro in 2004, the three-time Olympian, having her way right now offensively.
Jovana Brakacevic has been impressive. We saw her hit some really sharp angles early, and now the block has moved in, and she's crushing balls down the line. So moving the ball around, and then to end a long rally, finds the coffin corner cross court. So good movement and use of the entire court for San Diego's right side player, Brakacevic.
50% kill, in other words, 7 out of 14, but 429 in terms of efficiency. Grace Loberg will go back to the line. 3.3 kills and 3 digs as well, playing both ends, just like Raina Terry. And working on Terry here, that's tough. Williams, a couple of sets that are too tight for a quality swing. That's some more room. Terry able to sneak that ball inside Grote.
Raina Terry has so much range inside the block. If you're the left front defender, I think you need to play it a little wider to dig this ball. Hayden Kubik was sneaking into the middle of the court.
Got to talk to you about somebody that's not in the building tonight after this particular point. Would hopefully be playing for Columbus. That off the top of the net. And I'm talking about Flo Marie Heredia Colon, the 6-foot outside hitter out of Miami. Maybe the steal of the draft, coming at 10th. And she was putting up big numbers, and she is injured and now out for 4 to 6 weeks. What kind of loss is that to Columbus?
It's a big loss. She was one of the best scorers in the country at the collegiate level, and then came to the pros and was proving that she could score at this level too. But she's taken a lot of swings, has played a lot of volleyball without a break, and that's hard on the body.
Early on in the season, put up 25 kills on 52 swings against the leaders from Indy. Kubik in reception, and then the kill by 33 in white.
Hayden Kubik so fast getting on top of that ball. Pittman Nelson, the blocker for Columbus, just a little bit late on her press.
Blocking was a huge factor in the opening set, particularly for Columbus when they had 5 scoring stuffs. Keeping it on Terry. That's a setting mistake. You don't see that often from Evans. Better block.
Reagan Pittman Nelson makes the adjustment in the middle for Columbus. Quick hands over the net, and that's what elite blockers do. Watch the hands in the middle of the court, shoot over the net, and cut off the angles of attack.
Number 1 in the league, it was 22 total blocks coming in. Pacini, and off the defense that time of Pittman Nelson. Middle blocker who had rotated into the serving position.
But that's a heads-up play by McKenna Vicini. She knows that there's a middle blocker, not a libero playing left-back defense. That's where she's going to attack the ball.
And how big was it in the opening set when that ball was dug and Venegas was on the sideline? That could have turned that first set around in San Diego's favor. Instead of getting back within 1, they trailed by 3. Evans misses that one. Teams are trying to serve really tough. And Alicia Childress told us when we spoke to her yesterday, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
I think so. I think so.
One of the things we really want to serve tough. Let's see if that message is delivered and received. Continuing to work on Terry. Oh, block touch. Pacini, I think, kind of faked out Kubik.
Both players there, and maybe Kubik could have taken one more step, but timing just off defensively. I mean, what volleyball coach you talk to that doesn't say, hey, we want to win the serve and pass game? But at this level, you have to serve tough or it's an easy kill.
Well, and if Columbus can knock their opponents out of system, you've seen what their block can do. Venegas. Wonderful dig. Kubik off speed. Smart shot by 33 in white.
The hand contact by Hayden Kubik of San Diego to drop that ball right in the middle of the court. 2 Columbus defenders trying to pop it up and can't control it. So that's fantastic hand contact and control on the ball.
Kubik having a pretty good start to the season. 3 kills per set, couple of digs, hitting .205. You'd like to see that a little bit higher, but passing at 55%. That's well done. Here's Brkačević. Venegas again. Loberg looking for hands, and it's been a tough night so far for Grace Loberg, who's been outstanding through the first 7 matches.
I've been watching Grace Loberg all season long for San Diego, and she's consistently been able to hit that corner, move it around the court. That one just going long.
Overpass, a quick point. Kubik missed that one, and there to capitalize Pittman Nelson. And we're going to have a substitution. We're going to have Kubik. Grace Loberg thought maybe she was coming out. She took a step towards the sideline. Loberg is 1 for 15 with 4 errors. Shannon Scully, a really good volleyball player, mostly known for her defense and in reception. That ball out of bounds. Alicia Childress has got to make some decisions here. Her early season star is struggling.
This is a tough rotation for San Diego. Setters front row. Maren Grote, the middle is up there. So only 2 hitters, but they've got the back row attack to Brkačević, and that's exactly where they go.
Brilliant, and you know me. I'm an old curmudgeon. I don't say that very often.
No, you don't.
Brilliant set by Marley Monserrat. Take the pressure off Grace Loberg, and Brkačević is by far their hottest hitter. Challenge now for Loberg. Slow start. Can she turn it around? An NCAA champion in 2021 for Wisconsin, tied at 14. Brkačević defending her position, and again, good hustle. Out to Terry again.
San Diego able to dig the first one, but Raina Terry makes a little bit of an adjustment, goes deep down that line to clear the defense. I love, that's just a smart play.
Terry now 9 of 23, hitting over 300. Grote on the slide and off the noggin that time of Raina Terry.
Maren Grote is attacking that ball. She's hitting a very fast slide set from Marley Monserrat, and it helps her chase that ball with a quick arm.
We'll have our second technical timeout of the second stanza after this point. And that ball drifts out of bounds, but following the instructions of Alicia Childress, Fleen, flat and clean, will step aside. Very competitive match so far. First set, and it's continued here in the second. Columbus up by 1. Major League Volleyball on the CBS Sports Network is proudly presented by Chase Sapphire. Columbus won the opening set 25-22. They had 5 stuffed blocks. They were better at the offensive end. San Diego got out to the quick 3-0 start here in the second, but Columbus leads it at the second technical timeout. Back with Holly McPeak. I'm Paul Sunderland. What have you seen so far in the contest, and what's turned it around after the early lead for San Diego for Columbus?
San Diego's been able to get things going defensively, and then we saw Maren Grote get a kill out of the middle, so things picking up offensively, and that's why San Diego's much closer in this second set.
Good serve by Terry. Shannon Scully stays on. Good block. A battle high above the net here in San Diego. Vicini wins it.
McKenna Vicini is so good defensively. Her eye work, the way she reads the game, and that time an opportunity to win the joust at the net for San Diego.
Hitting .356 so far on the early season. Smart swing by Scully.
Block deflections, defense, and then transition opportunities for San Diego. And now on a little bit of a roll and feeling more confident.
Won the championship with Orlando last year, Grand Rapids as a rookie back in 2024, and won an NCAA Beach Championship with USC.
UCLA.
I was just testing you.
Sorry, you're right. Shannon Scully played for USC. Marley Montserrat played for UCLA.
What did you just say?
My error.
You said I was right?
Yes, you're right. I say it once and forever.
Once and forever.
Defense in the middle, triple block for San Diego pays off, and they're finally able to slow down Raina Terry of Columbus.
Let's take a look at the team huddle tonight. Brought to you by Spalding. Take us inside Angel Perez's Concave.
Columbus wants to do more of what they were doing in the first set. Really good passing, able to get their middles going. Right now they're leaning on Raina Terry a little bit too much, and that allows San Diego to put up a triple block on her.
Very competitive match, as you might expect. Look, you always pay attention to what's happening at the top of the standings. What's happening with Indy, what's happening with Omaha, Orlando, Atlanta. But this is an incredibly important match, in my opinion. About a quarter of the season gone, 28 matches total, and both of these teams desperate for a win and to start a winning streak to get back in touch with the league leaders.
Both coaches feel like their team is improving. They're learning more about themselves. They're learning more about their personnel. Obviously, Columbus, without Flor Marie, has had to make some adjustments, but they've got the talent on the bench to score.
Back row, quick combination, dug again by Venegas. Jegic, the libero out of Serbia, is really good. And Megan Lush, the veteran number 17, with the kill.
Ashley Evans got that ball out to Lush quickly. Small seam in the San Diego block, and that is just enough for Lush to score for Columbus.
Kamali Hiapo will come back on. Played at Arizona and BYU, Atlanta in 24, and here in San Diego last year. Rakacevic threw a hole in the block.
Marley Montserrat, what a set to Rakacevic on the right side. If you watch the Columbus block, there's a big seam in it. And Rakacevic is a veteran. She sees it and goes right through it.
Rakacevic having a night reminiscent of the Rio Olympic Games. Now 9 of 17, hitting .471. Montserrat riding the hot hand. Good block touch by Vicini, who was late but wouldn't give up on the play. Nor that time. Rakacevic creating the overpass.
San Diego got ahead in that point because of the heat from Rakacevic on her first swing, and that creates that dig, the ball that comes over the net to Vicini in the middle of the court.
Rakacevic now in double figures with 10 kills, hitting over 500. Very easy serve, and Ashley Evans going on too.
Love the aggressive mindset of Ashley Evans. When she's in the front row, she has an attack mindset and calls her own number, pushing that down in the middle of the court.
Yeah, both of these setters are very offensive minded. I was looking at Montserrat. She's got 21 kills on 46 attempts. Rakacevic loves that shot down the line, 11 kills.
Columbus Fury want to take that away from her. I think you have a better job to defend her sharp angle cross court than this quick line with the range of Rakacevic. Look at that. They're still giving her too much line, in my opinion.
Smart shot by Lush. You know who's done a really good job for San Diego, in my opinion? Shannon Scully.
Yeah, she came in. Good first contact and took some big swings in transition, working outside the block. Just a steady player for San Diego.
Really competitive level between both of these teams. Who can mount a winning streak at this stage of the season? On target by Loberg. Williams taken out of the play. Good read by Loberg. Jegic, no problem stepping in. Brakacevic again. And this one rejected by Terry.
The defense for Columbus, so impressive to get the ball back over the net, stay alive, and then Raina Terry swats that down for a defensive stop for Columbus.
Boy, Brakacevic may be out of gas just a little bit. She has been getting so many attempts, and Monserrat says, to heck with that. That's some real competitive spirit by Brakacevic.
Brakacevic is playing with so much fire. She is having a great time. Alicia Childress, the head coach for San Diego, said, look, we had a short ramp up compared to what Brakacevic is used to. She's just getting into the rhythm and finding that conditioning that helps her play at a high level.
And going back to pound a jump serve. Handled beautifully by her countrywoman in a better block. San Diego fans hoping that we'll get Loberg going.
You know what? When you're struggling offensively, you can do a lot of other things. Grace Loberg is passing the ball well. Look at this block. Great defensive stop. And we've seen her pick up tremendous digs in the backcourt for San Diego. So she's making San Diego Mojo work with her defense.
Timeout called by Columbus. A block turnaround by San Diego. Tomorrow at noon Eastern, join CBS Sports Network on the hardwood for a full slate of college hoops games. The day is highlighted with a double dose of Mountain West mayhem. They know a little bit about that in this building as Utah State faces Wyoming at 8, followed by New Mexico. I was just looking, San Diego State has done the home of Kawhi Leonard, mind you, but that was some time ago. They are 16-6 overall and 10-2 in the Mountain West. Isabel, thank you for those numbers. Back with Holly McPeak, I'm Paul Sunderland. Char Venegas has been spectacular as well. Good turnaround by San Diego. Brakacevic. Venegas calling everybody else off. Grote on the slide.
By Marley Monserrat. She had Brakacevic in the back row on the right, but feeds Maren Grote quickly, and it pays off for San Diego.
Grote is having a night so far through 2 sets, 6 of 9, hitting .556. Brakacevic, set point number 1. Terry. Look at Marley Monserrat. She has more energy than just about anybody. Not as much as you, mind.
Well, no, maybe than the Energizer Bunny.
I'm still trying to reflect on the fact that some moments ago you said that I was right.
Okay, just enjoy that quick moment in time.
Take that one home.
This is a rotation for San Diego. Setter front row. Grace Loberg on the left and Maren Grote in the middle. Look for Brakacevic out of the back.
Scully again with a good first contact.
San Diego came alive in the second set. It started with the defense.
4-0 run for San Diego to close out the second set. And they did it, turning the tables in the blocking phase. It was Columbus with 5 stuff blocks in the opening set. And for San Diego, they had 4 in that second set and have evened this match at 1 set apiece. San Diego takes it 25-21. Jovana Brakacevic, the 3-time Olympian, with a big opening couple of sets. So far, for the San Diego Mojo. Let's send it over to Holly McPhee.
Giovanna, off to an amazing start, 11 kills. What has you playing so good?
We just need a win, So I have so much desire to win, and the team is trusting me, so everything is in a good momentum right now. So I just hope that we are going to keep this level of high volleyball because we really need this win,
I agree. Columbus is a really strong opponent. What do you have to do to win this match?
Kill every ball, defense every ball, sit, set, block. So all the elements have to be on a really high end, so we have a chance against them.
Thank you. Great match so far.
Really good start for the three-time Olympian and Olympic silver medalist at the Rio Olympics. And what a start, 11 of 22, hitting .409. Also good at the service line and at the defensive end as well. You're watching Major League Volleyball coming your way on the CBS Sports Network from San Diego, where we're tied at 1 set apiece. As expected, an intense competitive battle between the San Diego Mojo and the Columbus Fury. Right now in the bottom of the table, you would never know it. They need a win tonight. You heard that from Jovana Brakacevic after the first couple of sets where she has been absolutely spectacular. Holly McPhee, let's look at the numbers and see what they tell you. Good turnaround for San Diego.
Definitely, and it started with their defense. They were able to really put some pressure on Columbus. San Diego hitting 243 on the match compared to Columbus hitting 221. Early in this match, it was all Columbus Fury. They had 5 blocks in the first set, but San Diego has been able to get things going.
And the blocking numbers are very even, and we have 197 digs already. I'm just kidding.
It feels like it.
We'll be back with more. Teams back out on the floor here at Villegas Arena on the beautiful campus of San Diego State University. Getting ready for set number 3. Serving reception, kind of an important factor, but also serve location.
San Diego serving Columbus Fury. You see deep in the court, but most of those balls are going at Raina Terry. San Diego wants to load her up with responsibility, and her positive pass percentage is only at 19%. So it's working for San Diego, especially in that second set.
And that's way below her season average of 67%. Boy, both setters have done such a good job. Right on cue. Dug nicely by Lober. Williams, 75 digs combined through the first couple of sets. That ball is down. Brakacevic registers yet another kill.
Love the maturity of Brakacevic, the way she leads her team emotionally after a kill, and obviously she's getting it done on the right side for San Diego. Very impressive offensively. We've seen her go down the line, sharp cross court, finding ways to score for San Diego.
Oh, what a block.
Grace Lober, left front blocker for San Diego, scoots in to help on that back one attack to Reagan Pittman-Nelson of Columbus. Really nice block stuff by Loberg.
Still targeting Terry right off the bat. Now she's got 18 receptions. That's the same as Jegic. The libero. Scully stays out to play it the outside hitting position. There's Terry. Jegic so calm, and Terry missed it out of bounds. Good defensive pressure by San Diego.
The hustle and energy on the San Diego side of the net to keep that ball in play, and it starts with Char Venegas running that ball down all the way to the bench to keep it alive.
Easy serve right in the middle of the court, and Lush makes do.
Brakacevic for San Diego just a little bit late on her press over the net defensively. It's 6'5". She puts so much pressure on the hitter across the net, but you have to have your hands on the opponent's side of the net.
Pittman-Nelson. Marley Monserrat, kill number 22 so far this season.
I'll tell you, if you're a setter, you want a pass like she got from Shannon Scully. Shannon Scully has a fantastic platform right in Marley Monserrat's hands. Every option available.
Williams through the block, dug again this time by Scully. Walker calling for it off the block and out of bounds.
2 blockers there for San Diego, but the speed of Abby Walker is tough to stop. The foot speed and the arm speed.
Walker now 4 kills on 10 swings. Here is Evans. That's a tough serve, but beautifully passed. And Grote hammers that ball off of Alexandra Jegic.
Grace Loberg's doing all the things that her team needs her to do, and that starts with passing. Her defense has been fantastic.
I wonder if Jegic and Brakacevic are going to have a glass of wine or something very tasty afterwards. They played together for so long professionally, both from Serbia.
I hope so.
Perfect dig by Terry. And Williams. Excellent transition volleyball by Columbus.
Transition point opportunities after the dig from Raina Terry. Ashley Evans goes to the pin, isolating Kishana Williams on the left side. Beautiful kill for Columbus.
Angel Perez did not like that serve at all. Both of these coaches want a lot more work done at the service line. And it's going to be a net violation called against Terry and Columbus.
Ball set too tight, didn't leave enough room for Raina Terry to stay out of the net.
Loberg trying to pick up her game. She's been blocking, playing good defense, good in reception, but can't get it going offensively. Terry, 16 with a kill.
Raina Terry looks so much more confident this season in terms of leadership. Last year she was a rookie, taking on a big role. Now she just looks comfortable fine being that go-to player for this Columbus team.
Good block deflection, nicely done by Pittman Nelson, leading to a score.
Ashley Evans finding Pittman Nelson is crucial for Columbus. She's one of the emotional leaders for Columbus. You want to get her going offensively as well as defensively.
Hittable transition set, dug by Brakacevic. But a dig by Lush that time, through a hole in the block. Nice rhythm, and Scully off the edge of the block.
Shannon Scully has been fantastic off the bench for San Diego. Her serve receive, nails. Great platform, but then just the smart management of her offense, working off the hands of the block continuously.
Tied at one set apiece. San Diego on top 7-5. We'll have a technical timeout when a team reaches 8. Team also has 2 team timeouts. Krishana Williams wearing number 22 in red, doing some housekeeping. Played most recently in Italy after successful seasons in Japan. That's a tough serve. That's a good try from the service line. Alicia Childress will have no problem whatsoever with that miss.
Oh, inches, Marin Grove. That was just a flat ball that almost caught the sideline from the service line.
And returning the favor, that ball missed just out of bounds. So we come to the technical timeout when a team reaches 8. So San Diego on top 8-6 here at home in America's finest city, the birthplace of my daughter.
Major League Volleyball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Franklin Sports, the official ball of MLV.
Good one, as we talked about before, first serve, and certainly it has lived up to the billing. Opening set goes to Columbus 25-22. They had 5 stuffed blocks. They've only had 2 since, Holly McPeak. Is that much better offense from San Diego?
Well, probably, yes. I think they're doing a better job using all their attackers, scoring the ball, finding seams. And Marlene Monserrat has been fantastic at finding her right side attacker, Brakacevic. But the other players, too, Shannon Scully scoring on that left side, just finding ways to kill the ball for San Diego.
And the middle, speaking of Shannon Scully with a good reception and Marlene Monserrat, they have 12 kills on 22 swings. Combined, they're hitting .450 for Marin Grote, along with McKenna Vicini. Raina Terry out of the University of Illinois. Really coming along as an all-around player. Has to carry such a heavy load because every team targets her as a serving target, if you will. Brakacevic tucking inside, and Krishana Williams unable to make the dig.
Brakacevic continues to score, and Columbus continues to make adjustments, moves the block out, takes the line away from her, and then Brakacevic just going sharp in that angle.
13 kills on 26 swings. Look at Venegas with the read. Well, that's a shank pass, and Krishana Williams, a little bit of traffic there, but that's going to be nullified. Big break for Columbus. Net violation on the tight play at the tape.
Krishana Williams in the backcourt for Columbus needs to be a little bit better with that first contact after deflection.
Gets bailed out by the net violation. Tough serve. Venegas again. How good is the libero play in this league? You just go right around the dial.
And Brkačević has been swing after swing with power for San Diego on that right side, but that time a little finesse shot. Defense back on their heels trying to stop the power, and look at the location right behind the block. Well done.
Kylie Murr, Morgan Hens,
Elena Scott,
Elena Ogilvy, Jegic and Pusic, both world champions for Serbia, coming to Major League Volleyball.
Fun every night.
Yeah. Makes it very difficult to put a ball away, particularly if you think you're going to get away with it off speed. There is Vicini. A block, a couple of digs, and 5 kills on 10 swings. Perfect pass. Timing not quite there. And we're going to have a substitution. Jalen Hodge, 6 feet in her second year. Puerto Rico last year, 1,647 career kills at Arizona. This is a player you know well.
Hodge is one of those high flyers, very athletic, can score on the left pin or the right pin, and brings versatility to Columbus. I thought Kashana Williams was really effective early in the match and just hit a dry spell. So Angel Perez not afraid to use Hodge right away off the bench.
Williams 5 of 19 with 3 errors. Errors in volleyball, you hit a ball out of bounds or get blocked for a point. Just like that. That's a tough swing. Right off the bench for Jalen Hodge, and immediately facing a well-formed block.
Yeah, Grace Loberg and Maren Grote are a solid wall together. Jalen Hodge hasn't even taken a warm-up swing for about an hour, so tough challenge right off the bat.
That's 6'4" Grote and 6'3" Loberg blocking on the left side for San Diego. Perfect pass by Terry. Nicely done by Brkačević.
Defense leads to points, and Marley Monterey, a quick throwdown off the Brkačević dig.
Both of these teams, desperate is not an overstatement. Both of them desperate for a win. 5 digs now for Brkačević. Pretty good serve as well. Perfect read by Scully. Wrote on the slide, and that's rejected by Hodge.
Jalen Hodge, number 7 for Columbus on the left side pin. Gets a nice block stuff for Columbus. And early in this match, it was all Columbus blocking defensively, but there Jalen Hodge gets one.
13-10 is the advantage for San Diego. Good hustle by Lush that time, and a much, maybe a desperately needed kill for Grace Loberg. San Diego, her rookie season out of Wisconsin, where she won a national championship, and then Vegas last year. Nice play by Terry. Dallas came in after Vegas suspended operations, if you will, and then coming on next year, Minneapolis, Northern California, and Washington, D.C. to join as well in the expansion. All-star match coming up. We'll give you the dates for that. The championship is May 7th through 9th. At a site to be determined. hanging by a fingernail and paintbrushing that ball to the floor.
Maren Grote has been very effective running this quick ball. This time timing's off, but the fingertips dropped that one over the court. Ashley Evans for Columbus had 2 really good digs that last rally, but San Diego able to win it.
Tough serve. That's a very hittable ball. Good tomahawk by Grote, dug by Jegic. Just admire the defense and transition play on both sides.
Shannon Scully has been a technician on tooling the block on the left side for San Diego. Now they're up 16-11 in the third set over Columbus.
Major League Volleyball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Chase Sapphire. Back in San Diego with Hall of Famer Holly McPeak, three-time Olympian, Olympic bronze medalist, NCAA champion, and all-around superstar. My partner, I'm Paul Sunderland. Thoughts on this one so far? Nice 5-1 run for San Diego.
Exactly. San Diego's really turned it around with defense. They've locked in defensively, and they've had a really nice spark off the bench in Shannon Scully.
Lush in system, one-on-one, block deflection cannot be controlled. Good offense coming out of the timeout for Columbus. Columbus at 2-5, San Diego at only 1-6. Both of them have had some heartbreaking losses. Columbus has lost 3 matches in 5 sets. San Diego right to the wire at Omaha, 21-19 in the 5th. But you are your record, so these teams have to put together a winning streak, and in order to put together a streak, you got to win the first one. Boy, both Serbians playing some really good defense. Brakacevic with another dig.
And look who came alive. Grace Loberg out of the back row for a crucial kill for San Diego. But it's the defense that's really sparking things for San Diego.
Good pass again. Shannon Scully, what a quality contact. Brakacevic got it high flat. Really good step in that time by Loberg to control that free ball and sort of calm the chaos.
Shannon Scully with her 4th kill, but just at really crucial times for San Diego at the end of long rallies, working again off that block out of bounds.
Oh, Brakacevic with the stuff. This one's starting to get away from Columbus, and there you go. Timeout, an 8-2 run by the Mojo, and Columbus. Angel Perez calls a timeout with San Diego leading it 19-12. I mentioned the All-Star match coming up the 28th of March. That will be in Orlando. The nation's top volleyball stars are headed to Orlando as Major League Volleyball will hold their second All-Star match in league history, and you can be there as well. Tickets are now on sale for this historic contest on Saturday, as mentioned, March 28th, day before my birthday, mind you, but I'll get home in time, which will be broadcast live on CBS and Paramount Plus. Get your tickets now by visiting provolleyball.com/All-Star26.
What a great event that was last year in Indy.
Super fun. Looking forward to it this year. And as mentioned, the championship matches will be played on May 7th and 9th. The site still to be determined. Grace Loberg starting to find her way at the offensive end.
And I love the fact that Alicia Childress let Grace Loberg work back into this match, left her out there, trusted her, and let her really find the offense after struggling early.
And credit to her teammates for hanging in and being very productive. You talk about Scully off the bench. Kubik was good for a while before she went down to the sideline. And then Jovana Brakacevic has been the offensive star. And so smart tucking that ball inside the block. Now with 15 kills on 30 swings.
If you're Columbus defending her, you have to pick that spot inside the block and be ready for it. It's sharper than you expect.
Loberg rejected on the outside by Evans.
Ashley Evans, a good-sized blocker on the right side. A lot of times setters are undersized or not as good blocking defensively, but Ashley Evans holds her own. Quick, strong hands over the net.
Yeah, 6'1", so very, very stout. Good contact by Terry. Better read.
McKenna Vicini reads the game really well. Smart player. Came out of Stanford after all, but Alicia Childress says nothing but good things about the work ethic of McKenna Vicini.
Good side-out score by Columbus. Abby Walker once again, 21-15. 3 hitters up front now. Lush, Jaden Hodge, along with the aforementioned Walker. That's a serving mistake. What hustle by Terry. Grote out of the middle.
San Diego going to Marin Grote in transition, and that is crucial on both sides of that. These are middles that can score, and they can isolate one-on-one situation. Always advantage hitter.
Block deflection, a little miscommunication on the side of San Diego. Shannon Scully again. Monserrat is taken out. What a dig by Jegic. Another superb rally on both sides of the net.
Watching the libero of Columbus Fury, Jegic, it's so much fun. She digs the hardest hit and then looks like she just is going out for a cappuccino. I mean, she is so relaxed. Fun to watch.
In her 15th year as a professional, 62% positive pass, 3.3 digs per set, gold medal at the 2022 World Championship.
Beautiful platform and just cool as a cucumber.
I think, well, no, this lady, it wouldn't be an espresso. You're a decaf cappuccino.
Okay. She's cool enough to have whatever she wants after a dig.
Nice dig. Beautifully read by Lush. And Terry with the kill. Not too late for Columbus to make a move and put some pressure on San Diego after it's been all the mojo here in the third.
Megan Lush, middle back, well dug, and Ashley Evans goes to her hot hitter, Raina Terry, who works hard through that seam.
Good job by Monserrat to battle for that ball right on top of the net. Tough chance for Hodge. Yeah, very tough chance. San Diego 2 points away. Go to Terry and got a piece of the back line. Yep, a slice, just a slice.
Perfect. Megan Lush, so good in first contact. One year she was actually a libero for the USA national team.
I remember that period well. Oh, good hustle by Columbus. I'll tell you, you can't serve Shannon Scully. She's just in a really good rhythm receiving and dialing up dimes for San Diego right now.
I talked about the platform on Jegic, the libero for Columbus. Shannon Scully has got one of the best in the game for San Diego.
Set point number 1 of half a dozen. Remember, it was Columbus taking the opening set 25-22 behind the strength of their league-leading blocking lineup. They had 5. They've been pretty quiet since. San Diego now has 10 stuffs. The server, Maren Grote, has had a lot to do. Oh, tough serve. That's going to be outside the antenna. And that will be set number 3 to the San Diego Mojo by a score of 25-18.
That serve by Maren Grote was nasty.
As Jovana Brakočević said, it's a really important match. We have to hit, we have to dig, we have to block, we have to serve. And San Diego doing all of the above to take the 2-1 advantage. Now, how will Columbus respond here in San Diego? Well, the crowd has got their mojo going as well, as does San Diego after losing the opening set. They win the second 25-21. They win the third 25-18. And Marly Montserrat's done a very nice job of moving the ball around.
Marly Montserrat needed some offense out of her middle and her right side. Look at where the ball is going. A lot more to the middle, 33%. That number is up. And then on the right side, 41%. And when you've got Jovana Brakočević hitting 15 kills, hitting 406, you want to get her the ball as often as possible.
Raynell Jones on the floor now in her 4th year as a pro, back in Columbus after a year in San Diego. Prior to that, playing in Italy, the middle blocker, 6'3", wearing number 1. So a change at that position. San Diego will serve. Montserrat has been exceptional, as has Raina Terry. What a reception by Lush.
I don't know why you serve Lush. She's just like having another libero on the court. I think you play yo-yo games, serve the seams, and then continue to serve at Raina Terry, because when Lush passes the ball, Columbus Fury are in system.
Raina Terry now with 16 kills on 44 swings. As a team, Columbus at 195. On the other hand, San Diego 259. Serviceable pass. Venegas. Boy, a rare setting mistake smartly up into the block by Hodge. Love the work by Pittman Nelson to make herself available.
Not easy in a long rally, especially for a middle attacker. The footwork getting off the net, ready to get your arm up to score, but Reagan Pittman Nelson of Columbus Fury makes herself available.
Must-win situation for Columbus. Venegas expert pass. Yegic with a spectacular one-handed stab. Coming to Loberg. Tough chance for Terry. That ball coming straight over her head and having to work with Piccini along with Prakacevic.
San Diego doing a much better job setting up a wall versus Terry, trying to put some pressure on her defensively.
Deep serve that time, carries long. Talk about yo-yoing the serve. I was yo-yoing Prakacevic and Brakacevic. I went over and spoke to Jovana. I'd been calling Jovana's matches internationally for Serbia at the Olympic Games. She's played in 3 Olympic Games. And I was always told that her name was Brakacevic, so I got to figure this out. And I went up and talked to her, and she said, you're close, pretty good, but it's Brakacevic, not Brakacevic. So I was thinking you out there for you.
I know. I'm like, which one is it, Paul?
It's Jovana Brakacevic, 3-time Olympian, a star for Serbia, a star pro, playing her first year in the United States, and have a heck of a night when her team needs a win. Could not get to that one, but you look at her defensive numbers. Has 6 digs so far on the night. Raynell Jones with a very specific look up front. I kind of like it. I like it a lot. I could pull that off, couldn't I, Holly?
Maybe not.
Why did you even hesitate? Loberg with a kill.
The patience of Grace Loberg to play into this match, and then in transition, this ball coming from behind the 3-meter line, able to score sharp cross court.
Tough short serve and tipped smartly to the floor by Evans. You're going to have to keep an eye on Prakacevic. She dinged herself a little bit when she sprawled after that last ball. She's not 100% right now.
Hip pointer, and I remember how bad those hurt.
Right side to Grote. Evans, the setter, taken out of the play. Boy, the libero play is so outstanding on both of these teams. Maren Grote, we're going to have a challenge. We will challenge touch off the block. And Grote, a former star at the University of Washington, her 3rd year as a professional, 2 years in Grand Rapids.
San Diego is challenging block touch.
So we shall see. Maren Grote certainly thought so. Setters, really good on both sides. Liberos, really good on both sides as well.
Alicia Childress, the first-year head coach of San Diego, does some consulting on the side. And one of the teams that she worked with this past collegiate season was the Texas A&M Aggies, who went on to win the national championship.
Block touch, Team San Diego, point San Diego.
Good challenge by Alicia Childress, but she was a performance mindset coach for the Texas A&M Aggies, and it really paid off with the way they communicated, the way they prepared for matches, and that was a team that just got better all season long on the way to their first ever national championship.
Yeah, spectacular win for the Aggies, and congratulations to our friend Jamie Morrison. Lush with a kill, and I think I just read that Texas A&M signed the #1 high school player in the country. So rolling right along.
Well, why wouldn't you want to go play for Jamie Morrison? I want to play for Jamie Morrison. It's too late for me, but good for her.
Byron Nelson High School, Sophie Peterson, #1 player in the country. Columbus must win, trailing 2-1. Rakachevich, and missed that one. Her scoring line has been very clean all night long. She's been blocked twice. That's the first ball she hit out of bounds.
Marlee Montsere in the front rows. 2 hitters stacked on the left, Vicini and Scully. But they get off the hook with a reserve by Columbus.
They'll have a technical timeout or immediate timeout, if you will, when a team reaches 8 as Montsere goes back to serve. First 2 years in Atlanta. 3rd in the MLV in assists last year. She's 4th so far this year at a straight up 10%. And defending her position, no doubt about that. On the pipe, Venegas.
By San Diego starts with Shara Venegas sliding under, pancake served, and then Shannon Scully, who's been magic all night long for San Diego, scores through the block.
Shannon Scully passing 56% positive, 8 digs, and is 5 of 11 hitting .455.
Pretty good numbers.
Good cover that time by Jones. Setting mistake. We just haven't set it all night long. Technical timeout. San Diego on top by 1. Let's take a look at the play of the game brought to you by Chase Sapphire. And it happened moments ago.
Shara Venegas out of left back, flies across the court, slides her spatula under the pancake. Big point for the San Diego Mojo.
Dripping with butter and syrup and slapping the floor. I'm going to make a play like that. Somebody else get on it.
I love it.
Voted last year the league's most inspirational player. Fun match. Took longer to get here than if we flew to Chicago, but what the heck.
Fridays, LA to San Diego are rough, traffic-wise.
Over 5
but
hours.
Worth it. Worth it.
Having a great time. Good play coming out of the timeout. Big arm by Jalen Hodge.
Jalen Hodge in college was a prolific scorer at Arizona. Has taken a little bit to get going, but that was an impressive kill from the right side.
That ball drifts out of bounds. That's rotation number one. Bit of rotation number one. Explain that, Holly. Where are the players positioned? Why is that often a weak rotation?
Well, your setter's coming from right back position, so you want to sometimes serve where that setter's coming in from, so she has to get around that ball to run the offense.
Yeah, that's the right call. Ashley Evans is a back row setter, so when she set the ball over the net from above the height of the net, that was considered an attack.
One of the disadvantages to being a tall setter, because she's already high.
That was a very good call by the first referee, Patrick Bradley. That, the libero setting the ball, sometimes you step inside the 3-meter line and the attacker goes on 2. That's an illegal play. Always miss that one. They're much smarter than I am. San Diego leading 11-8 at the timeout. A 6-1 run right now by the Mojo. Both of these teams, and we talked about it right at the beginning of this match, how vitally important it was for one of these teams to get on a winning streak. And you gotta, in order to win, have a winning streak, you have to start one. Let's take a look at Jovana Brkačević and her attacking so far on the night. Very effective.
Brkačević has been moving the ball all over the court. She was very successful early going cross court, and Columbus made some adjustments, and then she started killing balls down the line, but also her serve. At 6'5", the range defensively, offensively, she's having a huge impact tonight for San Diego.
And right across the board, we'll give you her total numbers. Venegas might be the MVP. That was a setting mistake and ruled that there was no touch. But back to Brkačević, 15 kills on 35 swings, hit .343, 2 blocks, 7 digs, and 1 ace.
Full stat line.
Yep, that's a full night's work. Scully again. And Brkačević is roofed by Terry.
If you're Marlee Montserrat, you probably want to set away from Raina Terry, blocking on the left side for Columbus, and Reagan Pittman Nelson. But Raina Terry way over the net defensively for Columbus Fury.
Bringing Loberg inside. Nice read that time by Hodge. Brkačević blocked again.
San Diego tried to bring Brkačević inside, but Raina Terry read it perfectly, and so did Reagan Pittman Nelson. Look at those forehands way over the net for Columbus Fury.
Well handled by Loberg. Hodge got to keep that ball on her side of the net. Loberg is having a tough night. That was a bad set. Ball set way too far outside the antenna.
Brkačević got blocked twice in a row, so trying to get McKenna Vicini going, that didn't work, and then that one wide to Loberg. San Diego looking for a side out right now.
4-0 run here for Columbus. And inside off the top of the tape, Brkačević shaking off that hard dive after a short ball.
Columbus Fury had a very well-formed block in front of Brkačević. You want to be able to dig around that wall at the net.
Scully and Venegas have been fantastic in reception. Oh, nice play again by Montserrat. One hand stab to keep that ball off the floor, block deflection. Lush trying to go deep cross body and missed it out of bounds.
San Diego continues to push defensively, the effort, staying in the rally, extending the rally, and that's giving them point scoring opportunities.
Where does Vicini go with this one?
I say down the line to Raina Terry. Megan Lett has been really good in serve receive, as has Jegic.
Exactly there, but misses Terry, but to good effect. Megan Lush is going to miss that one time out of 100. That was not a very good serve.
Right, and it went to Megan Lush, who's been fantastic in serve receive, and it just got away from her.
Raina Terry has been served 37 times. Jegic 20 and Lush 20. You can see who they are certainly targeting. Alicia Childress talking things over with her setter Marley Monserrat. Again, technical timeout will be had at 16. There's the serve you were talking about and leads quickly to a point.
Ashley Evans had the right idea, trying to go to that left back corner, but just misses wide on 2.
Venegas has been fantastic, but how important has Shannon Scully been to the turnaround, or the comeback, if you will, for San Diego after dropping the first set? Nicely done by Pittman Nelson.
Shannon Scully was the difference maker in that second set. Her platform and then taking big swings to end rallies. She's been a technician on both sides of the ball.
Tough serve off the top of the tape and away from Loberg.
When Raina Terry played in the Big Ten in college, she was one of the best servers in the conference every single year, and she brings it from the service line.
Missed that one, just a few feet short. That will take us to our second technical timeout. San Diego on top, 2-1, so must win in the Fury with their backs against the wall, trailing 16-14. $16-14 is the advantage for the San Diego Mojo. As we talked about, Holly, both of these teams, desperate for a win, and it all starts with serve and receive. What do these numbers tell you?
San Diego's trying to serve at Raina Terry, who's usually on that left side passing, trying to make her pass and then work hard to score points offensively.
Yeah, Raina Terry has been targeted 31 receptions, and you go down from that Jegic 20 and Megan Lush 20 as well. And also their most important offensive weapon, Rakacevic. What a dig by Venegas. And right back at you by Jegic. Rakacevic. All those years of experience, a pro since, 2004, when she was just 16 years of age.
Starts with the dig. Shara Venegas has been spectacular. And then look at the location. Ashley Evans is coming into the middle of the court to dig the tip, and Rakacevic recognizes that and goes short cross court.
Give you Venegas his numbers, both in defense and reception. Change at the setting position for Columbus. That was Scully again at the defensive end, and Loberg able to put the ball away. Audrey, 5'11" rookie out of UCLA on the floor now for Columbus. What do you think of that substitution?
I think when your team needs a spark, why not? Audrey Pack runs a really nice offense. She's a good blocking setter. just give your team a fresh chance. But Ashley Evans was really good early on.
That's why I asked the question.
Just maybe give her a minute on the bench to reset.
Well, at 18-14, she only has a minute, maybe half a minute.
Like I said, a minute.
Akasha Anderson on the floor. What a dig by Terry. Anderson aggressive off the left side, but that is a tough situation to be in. 7-1 run now for San Diego.
Shara Venegas is just blowing my mind. Some of the digs she's keeping off the floor for San Diego, and San Diego is able to get some really nice transition swings.
20 digs and passing 79%, good or positive. Good hustle by Anderson. Maybe a point-saving play. Loberg. Blocked that time by Pittman Nelson.
Columbus Fury is the best blocking team in the MLV, and when Reagan Pittman Nelson can get going defensively, good things happen for Columbus, trying to get her team fired up and going in the right direction. Now have to make a big comeback in this set.
Diapo on to serve. Right side, Hodge through the block.
Audrey Pack to Jalen Hodge. Impressive kill out of the back row from Jalen Hodge, number 7 for the Columbus Fury.
Morgan Lewis coming on along with Carly Graham, part of the double sub, now deployed by Alicia Childress. And note to Kamaile Hiapo, Shara Venegas is passing at 80% positive. How about try somebody else?
Agreed. I think that was an error. Keep the ball off the hot passer for San Diego.
Scully up to it as well. Are you kidding me? Venegas, not a perfect pass. But Grace Loberg precisely down the line for the kill.
First, we have to talk about that hustle by Raina Terry of the Columbus Fury. Looks like she might need a medical timeout. Look at the pursuit of this ball over the bench. Wow.
Raina Terry getting some attention along the sideline. San Diego leading 2-1. Well, we have a moment. Upcoming schedule. Indy coming in to Viejas Arena to take on the Mojo. They're currently the league leaders at 5-1. That's coming up on the 9th. And then they're at Grand Rapids, and then they return the favor with Indy, but this at Fisher Event Center on the road. And coming up for Columbus, they go home to host Dallas. They got a bit of time. They don't play again until the 14th, then at Atlanta and at Orlando.
Good news, Raina Terry bandaged up. She's going to be okay, but what a play. Love the effort by Raina Terry of Columbus.
There's the upcoming schedule for San Diego. 1-8-16. Some interesting results earlier this week and earlier this evening. I'll give those to you in a moment. What a cover by Yedic. What is she doing there? For Columbus, and the ball falls. Omaha beat Dallas on Thursday, 3-0 Grand Rapids. Lost at Indy 3-1 earlier this evening, and Atlanta went to a shorthanded Orlando team, the Valkyries, without Abercrombie, Looper, and Kaz Brown, and came away with a much-needed win. Let's hope that all those injuries are very, very short-lived to Orlando. The reigning champions, Brittany Abercrombie. Speaking of reigning, the reigning MVP, 21-17. Back to serve. Wow, what a set out of the middle.
Carly Graham comes off the bench in the double sub situation for San Diego and delivers a perfect gap set to Maren Grote. I love this feed. Good kill with authority by Grote out of the middle.
Tough serve. Right on target. Pack can't connect out of the middle. Shannon Scully again. SS for MVP.
Shannon Scully and Grace Loberg have been working deep down that line against the Columbus Fury defense.
2 points away. Remember, San Diego lost the opening set. That ball missed out of bounds by Hodge, and now it is a handful and then some of match points. Really important matchup. 28 matches on the regular season. We're about at the quarter pole, and each of these teams really, really needed a win. And San Diego's going to get it.
This is a San Diego team who's been working hard in the gym. Head coach Alicia Childress said, look, we're working to get better. We're focused on our weaknesses, and it's showing in the way they played tonight. San Diego is really impressive and a must-win, I think, situation.
Completely agree. They are now at 2-6 on the year. Remember that heartbreaker they had at Omaha, falling in 5, 21-19, and then another really tight match at Atlanta. So both of these teams certainly saying that they were overdue, but San Diego was superb, and Shannon Scully and Chara Venegas might be the MVPs, and Monserrat was good throughout.
Oh, well, you can't forget Brakacevic, who was super strong offensively on the right side.
Her. Jovana Brakacevic, the offensive star early on, really set the tone, and she finished with 17 kills. But lots of help. Good balance for this San Diego team. What a good night of volleyball. It was worth sitting in Southern California traffic for 5.5 hours. Harlan McPeak enjoyed it as always. For our entire CBS Sports Network crew, I'm Paul Sunderland. Good night, everybody. Back to the freeway.